Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you'll be listening to a hypnosis session created for a client that was a very knowledgeable and competent speaker, but had a moment where they started to have an element of doubt. That was in the past, and then since that moment, there was a feeling of uncertainty, of anxiety, of what would also be called anticipatory fear. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is a few different things. One is disassociated regression to a time when the client was in a state of flow and having fun presenting. And that's important because it's useful to remember skills if you have a feeling of doubt. In the conversation before we did the hypnosis, he said that it felt like he was being hijacked, which tells me two things. One, that there isn't a disassociated part that is trying to take control mid-presentation, which obviously isn't helpful. But when a client introduces an unconscious metaphor, as a hypnotist, it's always better to work with the metaphor presented rather than introduce a new metaphor. So given that they presented the metaphor of being hijacked, I use this idea of him being the captain of a plane, of a flight, and locking the cockpit to prevent any hijacking taking place. And this is useful because prior to 9/11, if a terrorist was trying to hijack a plane and they would threaten to kill people, quite often they would get access to the cockpit. And that's effectively what the 9/11 terrorists did to be able to fly into the World Trade Center. After that, it became a rule that no matter what the threat, no matter what is going on outside the cockpit door, never to open the door. So that knowledge and that insight, when I shared it with a client, then meant that when I used the hypnosis session and introduced the idea of locking the cockpit door, it gave him a sense of reassurance that a terrorist attack effectively in that dynamic would be impossible, freeing up the resourceful side of him to be a confident, playful, because he used the word fun, presenter. And you'll also hear lots of direct suggestions designed to make the client feel empowered when speaking. If you're listening to this, it's quite likely that you might have a fear of public speaking or presenting or communicating your message. So if you are interested in working one-on-one with me, there will be a link in the show notes to schedule a free consultation call. But you might find that this session, albeit, used for a very specific individual that already had this metaphor of hijacking and a crisis of confidence, may still be helpful for you. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. That's it. And as you release that, just allow your eyelids to close. And with your eyes closed, you can give more of your focused attention to the sound of my voice. Breathing in a feeling of resourcefulness and exhaling tension, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed just by breathing in and breathing out. I want you to get a sense of what resourcefulness means to you. certainty, creativity, a feeling of flow, of enjoyment, of confidence in your own knowledge and expertise. And I want you to imagine you're creating a cocktail of colors that represent those resources. And as you breathe in, imagine a rainbow of colors going in through your nose, into your lungs. But as you exhale, I want you to see a shadowy dark color feel like it's leaving your body, representing anything that is holding you back. This could be doubt, anxiety, tension or stress. You have different hemispheres of your brain. The logical part, the creative part. And the creative part likes color and ideas and imagination. And the logical part likes facts and solutions and analysis. So the more you focus on the colors of those resources going in, the more you activate that hemisphere that fuels and empowers your imagination. Breathe in that rainbow of colors going in, each color representing a different resource, and exhaling gray shadows, almost toxic smoke leaving your body, making you feel lighter just by breathing in and breathing out. You can consider each breath in and out almost like a transfusion. What you need is coming in, and what you're ready to let go of is leaving your body. And it is uncertainty and doubt that represents some of those things that it's time to let go of. You are at your best from a position of certainty, knowing what you know, knowing you can create value, knowing that you can save people money or help them avoid financial mistakes. And the more certain you are, the less it matters about everyone else, because you have certainty in you. So breathe in and breathe out, and feel like with each and every breath, you're becoming more and more certain in your ability to add value, to connect. But I also want you to accept that you are at your best in a dance between expertise and intuition. Knowing what you know and allowing your intuition to deliver that in a way that engages an audience, that makes it fun for you and fun for them. So just breathe in and breathe out, feeling like you're letting go of tension, letting go of doubt, letting go of limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. That's it. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a painting of nature, perhaps a famous painting, maybe a painting of your own, but maybe it has rolling hills or mountaintops, maybe meadows or forests. And I want you to picture that painting just in your imagination. And just like Mary Poppins, I want you to imagine climbing into that. So you're now in that world of nature. And maybe you see things as reality, or maybe you see them in brushstrokes, oils or acrylics. And I want you to get a sense that you are in a world of relaxation, a world of peace, feeling like you can relax in this place because this place only exists in your imagination. And imagine there's a comfortable chair just there in nature, in that painting. Seeing the colour of the sky. Maybe you recognise the colour of different colours of oils or acrylics. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. As I count down from 10 to 1, you will imagine falling deeply asleep just in your imagination, inside a painting that doesn't exist other than your imagination. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling like you are there inside the painting. 10, relaxing any tension around the eyelids and eyes. 9, releasing any tension in the forehead, particularly those muscles responsible for the facial expressions like concern or surprise. That's it. 8, releasing any tension in the jaw, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. 7 goes to 6, just feel that relaxation going down into your neck and your shoulders all the way down into your arms. And then 5, even your internal organs start to relax. Heart, lungs, stomach all relax. And then 4, that relaxation goes all the way into your gut. The gut is known as the second brain, but it's also where your intuition will give you warnings, like a twist or a turn in the gut. It's not actually turning. You've seen on occasions LED lights that flash in a pattern that make it look like it's moving, but nothing's moving. And sometimes your gut has a chain reaction of muscles tensing and then relaxing in a sequence that makes it feel like it's turning. And you can release that tension now. It's not needed here. You're able to feel deeply, deeply relaxed. 4 and then 3, that relaxation going all the way down into your legs. 3 and then 2, all the way down into your feet. A wave of relaxation and resourcefulness washing over you. The sun of that painted, imaginary sun melting away any tension as you drift off into an imaginary sleep inside your imagination as you remember a time when you were presenting at your very best. Only this time I want you to see you from the perspective of someone in the audience. Remember the room. Remember the time. Only you were there in the audience this time. And I want you to see that version of you that was having fun, that was in flow, that was communicating from a place of certainty. I want you to see that version of you presenting ideas, caring enough to create value, but not caring enough to feel anxious at all. And I want you to start making evaluations of the competency of this version of you from the perspective of the audience. Rapport is built. Eye contact is occasionally made. That you feel that someone is talking to you, not at you. As you breathe in and breathe out, connect with a sense that you are experiencing value by listening to the person in front of you. See how you were dressed, and notice there was certainty and a playfulness in your tone. And when you're convinced that that version of you is more than competent and confident at communicating to any audience, let me know by nodding your head. And then shift perspectives. No longer in the audience, now in your body, feeling how it would feel like to feel rock solid confidence. That you're able to present and project your message intuitively, almost like your body doesn't exist. Your focus is on the audience. All the knowledge you have just flows at the right time. I want you to feel how it feels to have fun, to feel how it feels to influence, educate, impact, to have that value, and to be generous enough with your knowledge and expertise to give that value away. And I want you to notice that when you're in this state, you're not breathing from high up in the chest. You're breathing low in the diaphragm. There is no inner dialogue at all. But if there was, it would have the tonality of rock-solid certainty. So as you breathe in and breathe out, notice how good it feels to feel that way. And then imagine that this is the version of you that whenever you're presenting will be the version of you that presents. And I want you to imagine you're now seeing yourself in a future presentation, again from the perspective of the audience, and I want you to see a version of you that looks calm, composed, very relaxed, but still professional. And I want you to get a sense that from the audience perspective, this person you're about to listen to has value that you don't currently possess, that you need to listen to them in order to figure out what they know and how to use that information for you. And I want you to imagine seeing that version of you present well, delivering the knowledge, but doing it in a professional but fun and playful way. I want you to rewind time to before the presentation even starts. Imagine changing perspective. So again, you are in your body, but just before you are about to present, and I want you to create an image in your mind that you are the captain on an aeroplane. You're in the cockpit. You're about to take off. But as one of your many precautions, you decide to lock the cockpit from the inside, that it is you and your co-pilot and no one else. No one else will be able to enter that cockpit until you land. There could be hijackers on the other side of that door, and you still will never open the door. You're the captain here. You're in control, and you are flying this flight to the destination that you decide. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to feel the physical locking of that door. And then imagine trying to pull the door open and realizing that it is locked shut. No matter who is on the other side or what they have, what threats they try and communicate, the door is not opening. The only way in which you will open that door again is when the flight is landed. And if you accept that this is just a sensible thing to do, let me know by nodding your head. Feel that you are the captain of this ship, this flight, this presentation, and you are activating your intuition. As you prepare to present, you feel a deep sense of calm washing over you, allowing your mind and body to relax completely. Notice that just before you present, your calm, natural breath finds a rhythm. And with each breath you take, you become more confident in your abilities, knowing that you have that expertise and experience to deliver value. That when you start, your expertise shines through effortlessly as you connect with your audience. Noticing the facial expressions that give you a clue, a feedback loop, that they appreciate the value that you're providing. All these years' worth of experience has equipped your intuition, this supercomputer, on board to know what to deliver, how to deliver, how to respond to a question, how to change the energy levels. And I want you to imagine turning up that intuition to the next level higher, making your already powerful tool even more powerful, enabling it, almost like advanced AI, to guide your presentation, enabling the audience to see the best of you and for you to give as much value as you can. You radiate confidence, knowing that you have the knowledge, the expertise, and accepting that in this realm you are the authority, that in the kingdom of the blind the one-eyed man is king, and because you have more specialist knowledge in this area, you are the king in this room. Feel that sense of confidence, authority, and status, enabling you to naturally allow your body language to exude that confidence and poise, reinforcing your expertise and commanding the attention of the audience. And because your focus is on the audience, it's just a natural side effect that your voice is strong and clear, carrying your message with conviction and authority, leaving no doubt in the minds of the audience, because there is no doubt in your mind. You effortlessly pick up on non-verbal signals from the audience, giving you the ability to adapt and adjust, not being a slave to a presentation or a script. Your intuition and your structure is what gives you certainty in this situation. Feel as you're presenting to the room that you are in complete control of the presentation. Something random can happen and you would just respond intuitively. That your words resonate deeply with the audience. Not just giving them knowledge, but shifting their emotions that can shape their future behavior. I want you to imagine that in the cockpit, it is full of controls. And I want you to imagine that you are turning up the dial of charisma and charm, so that as you present to that audience, you get to have more fun, be more playful, because you enjoy it. And they see your personality shining through whatever you have to say, making them feel at ease and eager to listen to what you have to say. With your creative background, you already know that you are a natural storyteller, effortlessly weaving, engaging narratives that resonate with the audience on a deep level. And before you know it, the presentations come to an end. You're there to confidently answer any questions and stay around for those people that may have a question or two that they wanted to ask privately, and just feel a sense of not relief, but pride, that it is a privilege throughout your lifetime to have accumulated this knowledge, this expertise, and to be able to deliver that to the people that could utilize your knowledge to make a difference in their world. And if you're unconscious and your intuition accepts that, any presentation is well within your capabilities. You don't think about tying your shoelaces because you know you can do it. When you drive a car, you don't have to motivate yourself or give yourself affirmations. You just know you can do it. And presenting is something you just know you can do. And as you accept that, you can relax, saving yourself time of endless preparation and allowing your intuition to do the heavy lifting. And then find yourself no longer in that office, that meeting room, that area of the presentation, but in a chair, surrounded by nature that is painted to to feel like you're in this strange universe of imagination and reality. Fields, meadows, mountains or hills, but painted in front of you. As you breathe in and breathe out, connect with that feeling of something has changed. Hijacking is impossible because intuition is now in control. And get the sense that a plane is landing, that you're on safe ground, as it's time to leave this place within your imagination. All of this are just thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, dreams within dreams, as you return from the painting to the present, taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, get a sense that all of you is in the present. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you'll awaken feeling that your intuition is an ally, not an enemy, helping you, not hindering you, feeling that you deserve and are empowered to have the level of impact and more, starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.